Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. Going to do another video from the 1905 Dead Ball season featuring the New York Giants. The New York Giants are currently 23-11, so we're going to be playing game number 35 of the season against the Cincinnati Reds. I was just looking at the Detroit one. Ty Cobb is not playing it, so we're going to make sure we sim that one. So the New York Giants are currently 3.5 games behind the Chicago Cubs and half game behind the Philadelphia Phillies. They would win the division by quite a few games. So currently now they're 3.5 games out. Cincinnati Reds are 16-20, 4 games under 500, 11.5 games out. So let's get this game underway. So Mr. Brody currently has the evening off. He's playing a lot of games so far. He is around, but we decided he is off camera now for this game. So let's get the game underway. Load the lineups.
Welcome to Polo Grounds for today's game between Cincinnati and New York. Charlie Check takes the mound for Cincinnati. He's made 7 starts on the year and is 5-2 with an earned run average of 2.25. His first start against New York. He'll be opposed by Joe McGinnity for New York. He's made 7 starts on the year and is 5-3 with an earned run average of 2.34. His first start against Cincinnati. Cincinnati center fielder Cy Seymour is riding an 11-game hitting streak. It's 62 degrees, wind speed 9 mph, out to right field. Pitching for New York, Joe McGinnity. Leading off for Cincinnati, center fielder Cy Seymour.
Alrighty. So Joe McGinnity on the mound for little delay there. Thank you, Mr. Umpire, with your delayed there, getting in the way of my announcing. Anyway, Joe McGinnity will be pitching for the New York Giants, who has a record of 5-3 with a 2.34 ERA. 65 innings pitched, 66 hits allowed, 3 home runs, 12 walks, and 15 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting .258 against him. As the computer guy said, Sid Seymour has riding an 11-game hitting streak. He comes in hitting .314 with 4 homers and 22 runs batted in. And he would hit actually 8 home runs for the actual season, which is very high for back then, dead ball era. He scored 26 runs on base percentage of .364 and has 7 doubles and no triples. So the lineup for the visiting Cincinnati Reds, again, Sid Seymour leading off, playing center field. Miller Huggins is your second baseman, batting second. Left fielder Shad Berry will bat third. Batting cleanup will be Harry Steinfeld, third baseman. Batting fifth will be Fred Odwell, the right fielder. Batting sixth will be Al Bridwell, who we do not have a photo of, the first baseman. Must have been recently called up or something. Batting seventh will be the shortstop Tommy Cochran. Batting eighth will be Admiral Schlee. And on the mound, batting ninth will be Charlie Check. That's an interesting name. So, alright, so McGinnity looks in for the sign from Bresnahan. Here's the windup and the pitch. The New York Giants have their standard defense. All the starters are out there. And that's going to be a fly ball hit to right field. Brown's under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So Miller Huggins up now. Miller Huggins comes in hitting .283 with 9 runs batted in. Just 28 runs scored, 8 stolen bases. A base percentage of just under 400, 395, with 3 doubles and 2 triples. So McGinnity looks in for the sign from Bresnahan, nods his head. Here's the windup in the pitch to Huggins. And that's going to be a base hit.
Left fielder.
As Brown throws it back in the second. So a 1-out single for Huggins. And we have a score here in the National League. Pittsburgh and Boston are scoreless. It's the Boston Beaneaters, scoreless in the first. As Miss Maggs is going wild, scratching everything and running around as it's late night here. And that's traditionally what she does late night. She runs around and goes nuts. So, all right. So, runner on first and 1 down for Shad Berry. Shad Berry comes in. He's had just 9 at-bats on the season. 3 hits in those 9 at-bats with 1 double. And that's fouled off out of play. He would have 494 at-bats for the rest of the for the whole season. So just getting a late start to his season. And that's going to be a foul ball down the left field line as Devlin gives chase. So 0-2 the count, and we have another score already in the 9th inning here as Detroit is ahead of the New York Highlanders by a score of 9-6. So a high scoring affair there. So 0-2 the count on Berry. Again, he looks in for the sign from Bresnahan. He has to wind up in the pitch. And he'll strike him out on 3 pitches.
Steinfeld.
So the first strikeout of the day from McGinnity. So 2 down now on runner on first as he throws over to first. And Huggins is back. Getting a shorter lead now. So that'll bring up Harry Steinfeld. Hitting .288 with 13 runs batted in. Has scored 12 runs, 3 stolen bases, 4 doubles, and a triple. Strike 1. On the inside corner. 1-1 the count. And that's a drill boy to Devlin.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 1/2 inning, Cincinnati 0, New York coming to bat. Pitching for Cincinnati, Charlie, check. Leading off for New York, center fielder, Mike Donlin.
So, all right, so we head to the bottom of the first with the Cincinnati nothing, the Giants coming up. Lineup for your hometown New York Giants, which if you've been watching the series, you're pretty familiar with right now. It is going to be Mike Donlin, the center fielder, will bat first. Sam Mertes is your left fielder, batting second. Batting third behind the plate will be Roger Bresnahan. The cleanup hitter, first baseman Dan McGann. George Brown, the right fielder, bats fifth. Art Devlin is your third baseman, batting sixth. Bill Dowling, the shortstop, bats seventh. Billy Gilbert, the second baseman, bats eighth. And on the mound, batting ninth, is Joe McGinnity. So Charlie Check comes in with a 5-2 record, was 14-14 on the actual season. 64 innings pitched, 55 hits allowed. Does have a save also, though they did not officially record saves. 2 homers allowed. 17 walks allowed. Wow, and only 8 strikeouts in those 64 innings. So batters make a lot of contact off of him. 226 average against. So with that, as Mike Donlin comes to the plate, hitting close to his seasonal average, hitting .353 coming into the game with a homer and 16 runs batted in, 29 runs scored, 5 stolen bases, on base percentage of over 400 at 407, 7 doubles already, and 5 triples. So Donlin looks in for the sign from, Check looks in for the sign from Schlee. The Admiral gives it to him. Here's the windup in the pitch. And it'll be a leadoff walk for Donlin.
Sam Mertes.
So we're not going to run on Schlee, which he has a 7 arm, so that's above average. So a little too early for that yet. So Check looks into the sign from Schlee, looks to the runner back, looks over to the runner. Merte's up now. Merte's comes in hitting 277. Actually really close to his 279 average. With 2 homers and 19 runs batted in. 23 runs scored. 8 stolen bases. And 6 doubles and 3 triples. So here's the windup in the pitch to Mertes. And that's going to be ball 1. On the outside half of the plate, strike 1, 1-1. 2-1 the count. Count goes to 3-1. And he's going to drop one over the first baseman. So that'll put runners on first and second. So the first 2 runners on for the Giants. And it'll bring up the hot hitting Roger Bresnahan. He's hitting an even 400 on the season. 50 hits and 125 at bats. 15 runs batted in. 28 runs scored. On base percentage of .522. With 5 doubles and 2 triples. Here's the pitch by Check. And he'll hit a slow roller to short. Over second for 1. Back to first. And they'll turn 2.
Dan McGann.
As Donlin moves to third. So 2 outs now with a runner on third for McGann. McGann hitting .302. Very close to his average too of .299 for the season. Hitting .302. With a homer and 34 runs batted in. 19 runs scored. 5 stolen bases. On base percentage also over .400 at .412. With 5 doubles and 5 triples. RBI opportunity. Ball 1. And this is going to be popped up to, looks like the shortstop. He's going to handle it for out number 3.
1 hit, no errors. After 1 complete. Cincinnati 0, New York 0. Right fielder, Fred Odwell.
Alright, so the Giants are unable to score despite getting the first 2 base runners on. So Fred Odwell will lead it off for the Reds here. Scoreless tie. Odwell is hitting .258 with 2 homers and 22 runs batted in. 15 runs scored, 6 stolen bases, and 5 doubles and 4 triples. And that's going to be hit to Devlin. Devlin over to McGann.
First baseman.
1 down.
Bridwell.
So Mike Bridwell, the first baseman, up now. Bridwell hitting an even .250, 20 hits and 80 at bats. And has 8 runs batted in. And that's going to be a dribbler as he bunts.
Shortstop, Tommy Corcoran.
That'll move the runner over. So runner in scoring position now with 1 out. So we have another score in the American League action. Philadelphia leads Cleveland by a score of 1-0 in the second. So Corcoran up now. Tommy Corcoran comes in hitting .252 with a homer and 18 runs batted in. 14 runs scored and 9 stolen bases. 8 doubles and 4 triples. And that's going to be straight up the middle. They'll hold the runner at third.
Admiral Schley.
So that'll put the runners at the corners for Admiral Schley. And they got to be watch out for Corcoran, as Corcoran has 9 steals on the season. Try a pickoff to first. And he's back safely. Takes a little shorter lead now. And we have a first final of the day as Detroit beats New York by a score of 9-6. So Admiral Schley up now. He's hitting just .192 on the season with a homer and 12 runs batted in, 13 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, and 3 doubles. So an RBI opportunity for Schley right now. And that's going to be hit to left. And that one is out of here. As Schley gives that one. That one just kept carrying and carrying and carrying.
Pitcher,
and Schley hits a 3-run home run to give the Reds a 3-0 lead. So McGinney just shakes his head at that one. His 4th home run of the season that he's given up. So the pitcher now, Chet, comes up. He's hitting .167 with an RBI. And he'll draw a walk. His first walk of the season. So Seymour up now, still trying to extend his 11-game hitting streak He flied to deep center his first time up. And he'll line one to McGann for out number 2 as Check gets back safely. Philadelphia leads Cleveland 1-0 now in the second. And strike one. And that's going to be hit to Gilbert, who throws over to McGann.
3 hits, no errors. After 1.5, Cincinnati 3, New York 0. Right fielder, George Brown.
And Cincinnati has a 3-0 lead after 1.5 after the 3-run home run by Schlee. So George Brown leads it off for the New York Giants, down by 3. He's hitting .301 on the season with 2 homers and 24 runs batted in. Has scored 20 runs, 2 stolen bases, and a double and 4 triples. And he'll hit one to the second baseman. Huggins over to Bridwell for out number 1. Philadelphia leads Cleveland now 1-0 now in the third. So Art Devlin up now. And we didn't get his stats, but that's all right.
Shortstop, Bill Dolan.
As he grounds out to the pitcher. So 2 down now for Bill Dolan, the shortstop. Dolan's hitting .250 with 2 homers and 25 runs batted in. Has scored 23 runs. 4 stolen bases, 3 doubles, and 4 triples. And that's going to, he lines a base hit. So a 2-out single for Dolan.
Gilbert.
That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Gilbert. Let's see, if he gets thrown out stealing, then Gilbert will lead it off. It'd be better than the pitcher leading it off. But if Gilbert gets retired, then the pitcher will lead it off the next inning. So I'm going to try to steal with Dolan. Dolan's got 37. He has 4 in the season so far. So we're going to try a steal here. And he's off with the pitch. And he's safe. So Dolan in there with a single. With a stolen base. His 5th of the season. So as we said in the last couple of games, we're going to try to definitely do more stealing as we have a bunch of base stealers. And at first, we really weren't doing a lot of it. So we're definitely going to get more aggressive now. So Gilbert up now. Count 1-0 on him. Runner now in scoring position. The tie, not the tying run, but. And that's quickly on the hole now. 1-2 on Gilbert. And he'll pop it up behind the plate as the Admiral gives chase, but it's out of play. And he'll ground out to short to retire the side.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We played 2 complete. Cincinnati 3, New York 0.
So it's 3-0 going into the top of the third. It looks like we have a National League. I'm not sure if that's a National League score or an American League score, but let's take a look here. Chicago leads Philadelphia, and that is a National League score. Score of 1-0. Both teams are ahead of the Giants, so it doesn't really matter who wins, although we would kind of like to see Philadelphia maybe beat up on the Cubs there a little bit. So Berry will lead it off. Shad Berry struck out his first time up against McGinnity. And he'll strike out again as Bresnahan throws over to first to complete the out after the drop third strike. So to bring it Steinfeld 0 for 1 on the day. And he'll hit one to Devlin. Fires over to first. McGann gets it for out number 2. So Odwell's up now. Singled his first time up with 2 down. And he'll get another single up the middle. So he's 2 for 2 on the day. As McKinney fires over to first to keep him close. Throws over one more time. There you go. So 2 outs and a runner on first for Bridwell. Bridwell sacrificed his first time up, moving the runner over. This was hit to Gilbert. Gilbert second for 1.
Runs, 1 hit, no errors.
And they get the lead runner for out number 3.
Cincinnati 3, New York 0. Pitcher, Joe McGinnity.
So Joe McGinnity makes his first at bat of the day. with the Giants down 3-0. Again, he's hitting 231, very close to his 233. Has an RBI and 4 runs scored. Has had a couple doubles. And he'll line out to Steinfeld at third for out number 1. Dialing up now. He lines out to short for out number 2. Mertes. And he flies out to left.
No errors. After 3 complete. Cincinnati 3, New York 0.
So a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Giants in the third, and they trail at 3-0 going into the fourth. Tommy Cochran will lead it off, 1 for 1 on the day. And he'll hit one to Gilbert, over to McGann for out number 1. So Schlee hit a 3-run homer his last time up. And he'll ground out to Dowling this time for out number 2. Brings up Check. Check walked his first time up. And he strikes out this time.
No hits, no errors. After 3.5. Cincinnati 3, New York 0.
Bresnahan will lead it off. And he gets his first hit of the day, and he'll be into second with a double. Close play at second, but Bresnahan gets in there under the tag. So St. Louis and Brooklyn are tied at 1. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Brooklyn Dodgers in the third, tied at 1. So runner in scoring position now for McGann. 0 for 1. Takes the ball inside. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. And he's going to hit a long one to left, but not quite long enough. And we're going to hold Bresnahan down by 3. So that'll put... So Bresnahan stays put at second with 1 down now. Brings up George Brown 0 for 1. High and inside ball 1. Foul back out of play. 1-1 the count. 1-2. And he'll give this one a ride to right, but it'll be out of play. And hit straight away as the center fielder Seymour goes back on it, makes the catch, and we're going to get a 70% chance, but nah, we can't. We're down by 3. As the throw comes into Huggins, Bresnahan holds at second. So to bring up Art Devlin, he's 0 for 1. That foul ball on the third base line. And this one's hit back to the pitcher. Throws over to first.
No runs.
To retire the side.
No errors. After 4. Cincinnati 3. New York 0.
So Cy Seymour up now. Still trying to extend his 11-game hitting streak. 0 for 2 on the day so far. And he'll fly out to Brown and right. So he's now 0 for 3 on the day. That'll bring up Miller Huggins 1 for 2. He hits a dribble down to the first. McGann over to McGinnity. And that'll be out number... Oh, what happened there? Oh, it was a bad throw by McGann, it looked like. And Huggins will move into scoring position. So 1 out and a runner in second. And that'll be a base hit as they hold Huggins at third. So that'll put runners at the corners with 1 down. Steinfeld 0 for 2 up now. And he'll hit one back to the pitcher. Looks the runner back. Throws over to first as Barry moves up to second. 2 down now. For Ardwell, he's a perfect 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Strike 1 at the knees. And he hits one to Gilbert over to first, and that'll do it.
No runs. 1 hit, 1 error. After 4.5. Cincinnati 3, New York 0.
All right, so the Cincinnati is unable to extend their lead. Bill Dowling leads it off. He singled his first time up. Hits one to short. Cochran over to Birdwell for out number 1. Gilbert 0 for 1. Lines out, and a great catch by Bridwell at first. Definitely robbed Gilbert of a single at least there. McGinnity. And he hits it to second, over to first, and that'll do it.
No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 5 complete. Cincinnati 3, New York 0.
So I think this is the Boston Pilgrims over the St. Louis Browns, 1-0 in the first. So that'll bring up Bridwell after making a great leaping catch. We'll lead it off for the Reds here in the 6th, up by 3. He's sacrificed and grounded to second. And this time he gets his first hit of the day. Single to left. Again, he looks the runner back. Cochran up now, 1 for 2. Ball 1. 2-0 the count. And the runner's off here. And he's out as Bresnahan guns down Bridwell for out number 1 of the 6th. Cochran, 3-0 count on him now. He'll ground out to Dahlen for out number 2. Schley up now, 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer. And he's going to hit one just over the head of, and Mertes has issues with that one, so that's going to be a single and an error on Mertes. So once again, the Giant defense hurts them. Second error of the day. And then I'll put a runner in scoring position with 2 down. Pitcher check up now. And he's going to get himself a single as they hold. I think we got to try to it's the pitcher at first, so let's try to throw him out. We'll go against the odds here. We'll try it. And he's safe. As Gilbert holds, check. I thought the pitcher might hold it first, so it was worth it. No harm, no foul there. As the Reds now lead by a score of 4-0. So Seymour 0 for 3. See if he can extend his hitting streak here. Ball 1, high and outside. 2-0 the count. And he'll pop it up here to Gilbert. It doesn't look like he's going to do it this time. And Gilbert makes the catch for out number 3.
1 error after 5.5. Cincinnati 4, New York 0.
So I believe that was an unearned run there. No, that was an earned run because the other one was unearned. I guess he reached on a single and advanced a second on the error, so they probably thought he would score anyway on the hit. So anyway, 4-0 lead now going into the bottom of the 6th. The Giants have dug themselves a hole here. Donlin 0 for 1 in the day. And he's going to pop one up to the shortstop as Cochran makes the catch for out number 1. Mertes will ground out for second out. And now Bresnahan 1 for 2. He's going to ground out to the first baseman, over to Bridwell, over to the pitcher.
No hits, no errors. After 6
Cheek,
complete.
and that'll let check.
Cincinnati 4, New York 0.
So check has held the New York Giants in check, definitely today. So it'll be Huggins, Barry, and Steinfeld up for the Reds with a 4-0 lead. And the White Sox lead the Senators by a score of 3-0 in the second. Huggins 1 for 3 up now. Hits it over to McGann, over to McGinnity. Covering for out number 1. So 1 down in the Cincinnati 7th. Brings up Barry, who's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a 1-out walk. As McGann is playing off the bag here, it looks like. And that'll be popped up behind the plate. Bresnahan gives chase, but that one will be out out of play. So 0-1 the count. Steinfeld quickly in the hole 0-2. Pops another one back as this one's also going to go out of play. Excuse me. So 0-2 the count. Pittsburgh leads Boston by a score of 2-1. And that is going to be a base hit up the middle as Barry moves up to second. So runners on first and second with one down. For Oddwell, 2 for 3 on the day. Ball 1 in the dirt. Count evens at 1. And this one's going to be hit a long way. It's going to be off the wall as Brown fields it. 1 run comes in. The ball will be cut off. And the throw comes in the second as another run in. And it's a 6-0 lead now. So the Reds open up their lead now. 6-0 in the 7th. And I think that is... Get some action in the pen here as Claude Elliott is our only reliever, which is one thing I do not like about the dead ball. Is at least not with the New York Giants, as they only have one reliever, and he is already gone over his usage for the season. So kind of use him sparingly. So we'll see here as McGinnity's up to 90 pitches. 1-1 the count. And that's a hot shot past McGann. So Bridwell on with a single with 1 down. Strike 1. Throw to first. Runners at the corners. This will go out of play. So 0-2 the count. And that's a dribble it up. Let's see here. Throw home. We're going to go for the double play. Now. Over to second for 1. And that's all they'll get as another run comes in. Cochran with an RBI ground out. It's now a 7-0 lead. Schleith, 2 for 3 on the day. And that'll be another base hit. 3 for 4 now. Ball 1. 1-1. 2-1. 3-1. We'll walk the bases loaded here. Let's check on McGinnity here. Let's see if he's very strong, so we're going to leave him in, at least for one more batter. Another run comes in. We got to take out McGinnity now. As much as I don't want to. I just was trying to save my reliever for later on, but I guess we have to bring him in now.
Pitching for New York, Claude Elliott.
Oops. 7 earned runs. Elliott in there now. 4.26 ERA, a record of 3-2 with 2 saves, 25 innings pitched, 30 hits allowed, 2 homers, and 11 walks and 4 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .291 off of him. This should do it as Gilbert fields it over to first.
4 runs on 5 hits and no errors, after 6.5. Cincinnati 8, New York 0.
So the Cincinnati Reds double their lead, scoring 4. Check and commanding lead as McGann gets hit. So lead our runner on. Brown 0 for 2 on the day. Popped up behind the plate. This one will go out of play. So check. Very economical 76 pitches. Oh, back-to-back runners hit, batters hit. So I'll put runners on first and second for Devlin 0 for 2. 1-0. Count evens at 1. And this could be 2 over to second for 1. Back to first, and they turn 2. So a promising inning. Just about all but snubbed out as McGann moves to third. So it brings up Dowling 1 for 2. Giants would at least like to get on the board here. 1-1 the count. Oh, and he gets hit. The third batter check is hit. Wow. Surprised the umpire does not issue warnings on this one, as runners at the corners now for Gilbert. And this one's going to be hit a long way. That'll be out of play. Gilbert gave that one a ride, but it was long foul. And that will do it.
No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7 complete, Cincinnati 8, New York 0.
Don't like it when it says Elliott appears okay. That means he's probably not okay. So Barry up now, 1 for 3. And that's usually what happens. You don't have anybody else to bring in, though. 2-0 the count. 2-1, foul back. And this one's going to be hit to the left. Mertes makes the catch for out number 1. So Odwell has got 3 hits on the day. 3 for 4. 1-1 the count. As the runner is off, and this one's going to drop in. So Barry was on the move, motors all the way to third now, so runners at the corners with a 1 down for Bridwell. And he's on the second. Oh, man. Elliott's already, man, he's probably tired again. He's okay. It means he's not okay, probably. I'm going to have to bring a starter, and as much as I don't want to. Who's it going to be? Demi Taylor or Red Ames? I don't know. Definitely can't be Mathewson, so it can't be Wiltsey, really. He won't be pitching that anytime soon. These guys will be pitching soon, so I really don't want to. We'll see. We'll bring in Hooks Wiltsey for a little bit. So Wiltsey warming up. So Cochran 1 for 4 up now. Man. 4-pitch walk, and he's definitely not ready. Unbelievable. Schlee, 1 grand slam on the season. Great. Foul back out of play. Oh, quickly in the hole. 1-2. We're going to throw home, yes. Over second for 1, back to first.
Pitcher, Claw.
And they turn 2. But not before the Reds add another run and make it 9-0 now. And we're definitely going to get rid of Elliott here. Definitely got a pinch hit for Elliott. Who will we bring in? I guess we'll bring in Bowerman.
Hitting for New York, Frank Bowerman.
Frank Bowerman hitting .250, 1 for 4 in the season. Backup catcher. And he's going to get under 1. He'll pop up the short. Cochran makes the catch for out number 1. Donlin 0 for 2. He'll fly out to right. So Giants have managed just 3 hits today off the Reds. Mertes 1 for 3. And Mertes will get his second hit. So Mertes has got half the Giants' hits today. Bresnian 1 for 3. Ball 1. As Czech has Mertes 8 steals on the team. He won't be going here, though. And that'll do it for out number 3.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 8 complete, Cincinnati 9, New York 0.
So Hooks Wiltsey comes in.
Pitching for New York, Hooks Wiltz.
Check 1 for 2 on the day. Ball 1. 2-0 the count. 3-0 the count. Oh, great. He's really effective. In there for strike 1. And he draws a leadoff. Surrenders a leadoff walk, so the Pitching has killed the Giants today. 1-1 the count. 2-1. And he'll fly out to Donlin in center. So 1 down now. For Huggins. 1-1 the count. 2-1 the count. Count evens at 2. Popped up behind the plate, but this will go out of play. Full count now. That'd be a foul ball. Oh, yeah, hit some. There you go. I'll put runners on first and second with 1 down. It rains, it pours. This might be the most lopsided loss of the Giants season so far. 2-1 the count. Ah, and hits back-to-back batters. There you go. Load the bases. This game will just never end. Ah, back-to-back-to-back batters you're going to hit. And he's injured. And Johnny C. Nice.
Siegel is the new runner at first.
Wow, I'm surprised Wiltsey is still in there. We just need 1 more out, guys. Come on. There you go. Walking another one. I don't have anybody else to bring in.
Pinch hitting for Cincinnati, Ed Phelps.
Let's get aggressive. There you go. And come on. Ah, you're kidding me. And now an error also. Yeah, there's just something about this game sometimes. When it rains, it pours. Things almost happen too fast in this game. For pitching. Oh, and a web gem, finally. No. Out number 2. Yay, a web gem. Just what we need when it's 14-0. Strike 1. Can we get out of this? Come on. Stay in. Catch it. No, of course not. Oh, man. I've definitely done too many games today. I think every game I played today I've lost. This will be game number 4. So I think I need to play a non-sports game yeah. I'm not going to bring another pitcher in. No. We're going to get this last out. Come on. There we go. Great play. What a way to end it.
6 runs, 2 hits, 1 error.
My goodness.
Cincinnati 15, New York 0.
Yeah, I think we lost back-to-back games to the Orioles in the 78 season. The 77 season, all the games I recorded I lost, I should say. I lost with out-of-the-park baseball, now this one. So, it's not been a good day. Can't remember the last day I've lost 4 games in a row. Oh, that's out of play. So McGann 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll line out number 1. Brown 0 for 2. A lot of offers in our lineup today. As he flies out. And we're down to the last out finally. Devlin 0 for 3. There it is. As 2-0 fielders managed to get us. And I don't know what is going on here. I think what it is, there was a Tom Walker. That must have been it. There was a Tom Walker that played for the Expos later on. So that's kind of a semi-generic name. So, and this guy, Joe Kelly. So their 0 fielders played much better than our regular fielders. As they do not commit any errors. Oh, man. So this game is mercifully over. We'll quickly, and I mean quickly, run through the box score. If I can find it. Hold on. I gotta remember how. Oh, we still got one more out. Devlin managed to get on there. Okay. I was wondering why the end of the game didn't pop up. There we go. All right.
The final score from Polo Grounds.
Oh.
Cincinnati 15, New York 0.
Wow.
Charlie Check is the winner. He is now 6-2 on the season. Joe McGinnity is the loser. He is now 5-4 on the season. Admiral Schley hit home run number 2 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 4 minutes.
Wow, 2 hours and 4 minutes, and they scored 15 runs. Those are some quick runs. It's definitely probably one. I think pretty sure that is the most one-sided game I've ever played, at least in PC baseball. Anyway, so let's go to the box score quickly. Oh, it's a shame we didn't go to the box score. I think we can still find it here somewhere if we really want to. Nope. Hold on. Where are we going here? Team reports. Here we go. I'll quickly run through this. So there's your box scores. McGinnity, 6 2/3, 14 hits allowed. 8 runs, 7 of them earned. Home run. Elliott only allowed 1 run. He's the pitcher of the day for us. Wiltsey lets up 6 runs, 5 of them earned. So 13 earned runs. Ouch. Check pitched the gem. 5 hitter. Complete game. 1 walk, but no strikeouts. Interesting. Didn't need to strike out anybody. we were hitting to our own outs. We did it all by ourselves. Sam Murte is the hitter for a day for the New York. Goes 2 for 4. Seymour does extend his hitting streak to 12 games. Barry 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Odwell 4 for 5 with 3 runs and 3 RBIs. I kind of give the player of the game to. Yeah, we got to give it to Check for pitching the complete game shutout. But right behind him would be Odwell, and behind him would be, I don't know. Yeah, we'll give it to Schley because he had 4 RBIs. But we'll have co-MVPs, with Schley and Odwell. All right, that's it. I can't look at this anymore. So let's look at, yeah, this is definitely our most one-sided loss here. Let's just quickly look through this. Oops. Yeah, there's not even, I think this may be our first shutout too. Nope, we were shut out 2-0 back on April 24th. And April 19th we were shut out 6-0, but definitely our most one-sided loss of the season by far. And I don't think we've even scored 15. We scored 13 runs 1 time. Oh, we did score. No, that's it. Yep, so definitely the most runs in a game against us, 15. And let's get out of this. So thank you for joining me as we drop to 4 games behind the Chicago Cubs. And full game behind Philadelphia. So we will go into another game with the, let's see who we're playing next. It looks like we got at least one more game with the Cincinnati, so hopefully we can get a revenge. No, it's not going to be McGinnity as he pitched today, so we'll see. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and we will see you in the next 1905 Dead Ball Game season replay featuring the New York Giants. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.